Hi, Sriram. Good morning.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, while Jocelyn joins, Sriram, how are you? Any questions you had from the last session?
I'm doing fine. No, I don't have any questions right now
Okay,
or from previous sessions yet.
okay. And next we look at conditional statements. So conditional statements, first I'll switch back to this. Number two words, built-in functions, strip the blanks and all that we have seen. Okay, so we are moving here. Conditional statements, you have simple if condition. Let me switch back. Hold on. Yeah, so here in evaluating conditions, you have the double equal to. Okay, so the double equal to is when you're evaluating conditions to equals, not equal to is like that. So this is how it is: a equal to double equal to b, not equal to b, less than equal to is like that, greater than equal to, all of that. So these are all put in what's a simple if condition. So if condition, the statement is like this. It's if is a keyword, okay, then a condition. Okay, it could be like two numbers like this, like 5 greater than 2. At the end of the if condition, after this criteria, there is a colon. Okay, so Python is very much strict in terms of notations and syntax. So if a criteria and a colon. Okay, if you miss this colon, you'll get an error. Okay, then the next line, you should leave 4 character spaces. Typically, in Python program, they don't have uh, no another brackets and all that. So the convention or the syntax is 4 character spaces. If you see IF is 2 characters, then a blank is a third character, the fourth character is fifth. So below at the next line, if you start the second line at the fourth character, means this statement, the print statement is indented under this if condition. So unlike other programming languages where Java has flower brackets, or C language, all of these would have a flower brackets for this next second line. Okay, second line is just doing a print 5 is greater than 2. Okay, you know this already. But what I'm trying to point out is the 4 character spaces is a standard syntax for indentation. And when you do that, even if it's 3, it'll error. Okay, when you do that 4, it means that then this block of code, this next line onward, is indented under this if condition. So what to keep in mind is if the criteria, the colon, the next line has 4 character spaces and then this statement. And I can have other print statements below it. There is no issues. Okay. But the moment you miss that indentation, that means if say I have a third line here and the print comes here, that means the third line is outside the if condition. Okay, whereas the second line is inside. So the indentation is the way Python understands without brackets. Okay, and understands without brackets that this code is indented. So here is an example. Let me just take this out here. A simple if condition. Okay, I close this. If 5 greater than 2. Okay. So here there are 4. You see the 4 dots there. 1, 2, 3, 4. That means there are 4 character spaces. Now that's the standard in Python. Okay. So if you run this, it's going to print 5 is greater than 2. Okay. So this is a simple if condition. And there are no needs. See, Java, they will start off having one flower brackets here. Okay. There's no need to use flower brackets. Typically, they say this is the block of code. So there's no such convention here. The block of code, it will allow, you don't need any brackets at all. So Python is allowing 4 syntax, 4 character spaces. However, in Colab, these folks have made it even if you put 2 characters, it will run. Okay. But the standard in Python language is 4 characters. In Google Colab, they just still let you run with 2 spaces. Okay. But the moment you put 3, what's this? 3 is still allowed here. This Colab environment lets you with some flexibility, but the standard is 4 character spaces. Now, yeah, try this simple if condition. Okay. So are you able to get the if condition?
Yes.
Just like,
Yes, sir.
okay. But here, if you see this, what happened is the scope of this if condition is up to second line, whereas this print is outside the if condition. Okay. So the if is ended here at second line, and then it came to the outside the condition and it prints. This line 3 will print no matter what the criteria is. If I had put, let's say, if 5 less than 2, print 5, no, this will not get printed, right? Because 5 is not less than 2. So this second line, it went in, it did not go in at all. If true, only it will come in. Now this is false, right? 5 is not less than 2. So it will not go into line 2 at all. Okay, and then it will come to this last if print statement and print whatever you written. Okay, so here typically program completed. Okay, some messages like that. Okay, like that. Okay, is this clear?
Yes.
This is the indentation is 4. Okay, fine. Now let's move on. Now, often you want to check more than one criteria inside an if condition. So we have if, elif, else. Okay, so if condition 1, else if is shortened with 4 characters only called elif. Okay, it's ELIF all in one word. Okay, so else if is ELIF, then condition 2. Okay, here we are checking A is, okay, if B is greater than A, print B is greater than A. LF, B is equal to, A is equal to B, print A and B are equal. Okay, and you can have multiple LFs. Okay, you can have a third condition with the same LF below. Likewise, you can go up to any number of else's. Whereas at the end, there will be only one else. Else, print something. Okay, and all these are indented with 4 characters. So this is an if, elif, else condition. Okay, so let's see that. Is this clear? And you see all these if, elif, and else, all of them have colon at the end of it. Okay, so this is again syntax. If you miss this colon, it will give error. If you miss this colon, it will give error. Okay, so let's go to here. I got this one. A equal to 5, B equal to 2, same program. Okay, I'm just running it. So it's come here to else straight. Okay, A is 5. Okay, so B is greater than A? No. Is A and B equal? No. It goes to the else part and say A is greater than B. Okay, so this is then if else, elif and else criteria. Here, the same. I clicked on the arrow, it closed up. Okay, so this. Okay, you. Since you are doing it for the first time, just try to type it through. Okay. B greater than A colon elif B equal to. So equal to is not a single equal to. The single equal to is only for assignment. The double equal to is for evaluating the left side LHS, RHS like that. Okay, left hand side, right hand side, you are evaluating both are equal. Okay, are you getting the output?
Yes.
Okay, very good. What, Srira?
Yes.
Okay, if you are getting, just switch the values and see now. I make A as 2 and B as 5. Okay, link B is greater than A. So it went to the first criteria and gave this output. Okay, B is greater than A. Okay. All right. If both are equal, just test that too. A and B are equal. Okay. So you just tested it for different values of A and B. Okay. Did you get all of the different outputs?
Yes.
Okay. See, one point to note here is there is actually condition 1, condition 2, and else, right? So the order of precedence is there. Order of precedence means if, let's say, both of these criteria are true, okay? If in some condition, if some situation of your data, if condition 1 and condition 2 evaluates to true, okay, maybe it's the way you structured the program. The program will start from the first criteria. The moment it encountered true on this one, it will just go into here, line 4. Okay, so that's something you have to be keeping in mind. Your data could drive your program in a different way. Okay, so if the data is evaluating true for both, okay, both conditions, which is possible. Okay, the moment I put equal to here, situation changes, right? So some condition 1 and condition 2 are true, then you cannot expect the second criteria to work. It will only take that first true condition and go on. Okay, so that's something to keep in mind. Did you get that?
Yes.
Yeah, Jocelyn?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's continue. While true, this is another condition statement, but here what we are doing is we are writing the program to create an infinite loop. This is actually not a, though it's a condition here, whenever you use the words while true, this is a syntax, okay? Actually, while true is an infinite loop. Loop means when you're going to encounter some lines below it, it's going to repeatedly execute these lines of code. Because when you say while true is always true, okay? So it has to be very carefully followed with some criteria under which you'll exit this program. Since while true is an infinite loop, you'll see this, that I'm using a break statement, some criteria to come out, okay? So what we're doing here has a couple of things which I'll point out. One, we are trying to generate a dice, a random number, okay? And we're using the random package for that, okay? When you're using the random package, you're rolling the number. We know the game of dice when you roll. If you get the number 1 or the number 6, you can get another chance to roll the dice, okay? So either the face of the dice lands in 1 or 6. Here we're checking if dice in 6 or 1, okay? So this is a condition. We're checking two values. The dice roll number is in 6 or 1. You're printing, you have one more chance, okay? And this is just a pass statement. There is an optional. If it is not 1 or 6, the next player gets to roll the dice. So here we do a break. Okay, so this else has got a break. So the while true should always have a break. Otherwise, your program will go into an infinite loop. Okay. Now, what we are doing to generate the roll of a dice is using the random number module. So random dot rand int is a random integer between 1 and 6. Okay. So while true, rand int 1 to 6, this is going to be your dice roll number. It will all the time generate any number between 1 to 6. Okay. And that number is stored in this variable dice number. And I'm printing, you rolled this number. Okay. Now come to, I've talked about like checking what time the program did run. So I'm just printing print at time dot time. So time dot time is a timer. Okay. Time dot sleep was a timer function to delay the program. Whereas time dot time is another function which gives me the number of milliseconds or number of milliseconds. There are number of seconds from the computer's start time, or what it is called epoch. Okay, in all modern computers we have the computer clock. Okay, and in the clock is the time in the operating system. Okay, so here this time function returned the number of seconds passed from that epoch. Okay, modern computers, the default clock time is not a 00 and all that. It is 1st January 1970 from midnight. Okay, so from there, what they have done is from that point of time, here this time dot time, is telling how many seconds passed from that epoch. Okay, so epoch means what? Epoch means 1st January 1970. In all modern computers, this is the operating system time. Okay, and it's also called UTC. Okay, if you ever came across time zones, of course, we have different time zones and all that. You have come across probably Greenwich Mean Time, GMT, right? So the Greenwich Mean Time is a meridian from UK, right? It's the time in Greenwich town. Okay, that's the Greenwich Mean Time. From there, everybody is forward or backward. But in modern computers, there is no such thing, right? So they took this epoch as UTC. Okay, so epoch is actually universal time constant. So from epoch, this time dot time is going to tell how many seconds passed from there. Okay, and it's still integer number. Okay, so what we are doing there, that number, we are just, it is in, we are multiplying by a million to get a round off number. Okay, so that's just a little bit about computers, OS and time and epoch and UTC. So whenever you see this UTC, don't get surprised. Think that it is like the GMT inside a computer, because the GMT is a real point of meridian of time, whereas in computers the reference time is called UTC. Okay, and that's epoch is the point where time begins. Okay, it's where computer clock begins at this particular point of time. And time dot time gives a number of seconds from that epoch. Okay. And then rest of it I already explained that, okay, printed at that time, you rolled this dice. Okay. And so what will happen? It will just do everything fine. But if you got 1 or 6, it will just move on. Have a look at the output of this. I did run the program. So you have output, you rolled 6 at this much of seconds. Okay. Of course, there's so many seconds from that epoch. And then we are given you one more chance to roll 6. So I put, like, if it's 1 or 6, you have one more chance to roll that dice number. And out here it is rolled 6 ones at that time. At that time, you rolled a 1 and you have one more chance. Again, we rolled 4 at this time and the program exited. So 1, 2 runs of the while true loop, and then by the third time it encountered 4 and we given a break. We given a break here. If it is 4, it takes this else part and takes a break and comes out. Okay, so that's all wrapped under what while true. You see the indentation. You see this indentation, and this if is got the print inside, the else has got indentation. So this is how an infinite loop, or basically you're trying to roll a dice and evaluate a condition. Okay, hold on. Let's see this program here. So that's the same program I have here. Okay, nothing different. I just bring this up. So it rolled 3, and at that epoch of time, we stopped. Okay. So if I run this once again, oh, it ran, it rolled 1, got another chance, it rolled 2. Okay. So this is a dice roll. Okay. You can run each time. The random number is random at different runs. Okay. Oh, there you go. Oh, God, that's 1, 6, 6, 6. It gave 3 times or 4 times it ran and had 6. 4th time. 5th time it got 4, it came out. I never had so many rolls this way. So what I'll do is I'll just put this in your chat session in the interest of time. Okay, is that fine? Where is our chat? Yeah. Are you there? You can pick up from the chat.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Just confirm once you are able to get it from the chat. Create a new cell and just put it out there using same program modules and so on. Just the while true statement. You can toggle this code and text cell like this. See, this is one more menu bar, like where it shows this compute engine, this code and text cell. But to get some space on your screen, you click on that, it'll go up. You can toggle this way. Okay. And to zoom out, control on your keyboard, the mouse wheel if you have, I'm just zooming in. This is zooming in, and zoom out is like any other screen. Okay. So you press the control, and if you have a mouse wheel where it rolls, you roll backward, this will make it zoom out, and roll forward, zoom in. This is a way to toggle. I'll say. So, how did you get the output? Again, round here is a rounding function. Okay. Get a number, I'm just rounding this. In print is a string. So I converted to string and string there, made one print statement. If a value in 1,6, this is a different if statement. Okay. So if dice num in within brackets 1,6 means if dice number is in 1,6. And random.rand int 1,6 means I'm generating random integer between 1 and 6. Keep in mind, while true has got a colon there at the end of. And this break is very important for this while true colon. Okay. Anytime you have an infinite loop, you must give the criteria to come out. Otherwise, program will go into infinite loop. And you might have to close the session and all that. Okay. This is working. Are you getting the output?
Yes.
About Jocelyn?
Yes.
Okay. How are we doing on the time? Is it okay to continue?
Yes.
About you, Jocelyn?
Yes, sir.
Okay. This one is guessing a random number. So what we did so far is dice roll. We can we can generate a random integer between 1 and 6. But let's say when you play the dice, you roll the dice. Let's say you are asking another player to guess the correct number. Okay, so what you do here is we know the dice number can be 1 to 6 and it generates like that. Whenever the the user is going to provide an input. Okay, so here we have seen the input function. Enter your guess. Okay, we're going to guess the random number. Enter your guess. That input will prompt, and when you want to take that input, it's always a string. I told you in the last session, this is always a string. And to convert that to a number, you use this eval built-in function. So eval is evaluation or evaluate. Short form for evaluate is eval. And what it does, it converts a string, which is a number, into an integer. Okay, eval is much like int, typecasting into int. But more often in calculation, you'll see this eval. So user enters, let's say 5, and it goes through and stores guess as 5. Now, if your guess is equal to the dice number, then you get an output, congrats, you got it right. Okay. Else, you're printing the correct number rolled by the dice was this, try again. Okay. So here it's a correct condition. If it's true, you won the game. Else, it's going to ask you to give another try. Okay, so here is the output. Enter your guess. It will prompt, wait for you to enter a number. In this case, the output was entered. I entered a guess of 2, and the correct dice number was 6. Try again. Okay, it didn't match, so it came out here. Another time, I entered 3, and it matched with the correct dice roll. It gives the output like congrats, you got it right. Okay, is this clear? So one point to keep in mind is these two, when you're evaluating, guess is double equal to dice number. Common mistake is guess is equal to dice number. No, guess is double equal to dice number. That's evaluation. And the colon at the end of this line and the colon at the end of else. Okay. So let's get to that. Out here, I have the same program, guessing a dice roll. Run that. So these things are covering. Okay. So do you see this prompt? Enter a number from 1 to 6. Okay. Do you see that? Okay. So I
Yes.
enter, let's say I enter 5. It generated 2. And then 2 is not equal to 5. So it's asking me try again. Okay. So this is, I can run this another time. Let's say I put the value 2. No, it generated 3. Okay. So that's again the same way. A third time, I put the value 3. Now it went 5. So it will keep going on until you get the correct value. When you get the correct value, it will come evaluating this and say, congrats, you got it right. Okay. So just here is insert a text, say, yes, the dice rolled number. Okay, I just put one text, then a code cell. Okay, let's try 6. Now it generated. It will keep going until you get the correct value. Just pass this through on the chat again. Okay. Pasted in the chat session. So for this code cell, yeah, just take it from the chat, put it here and run. Okay. I think it's going to give it some more attempts before. Okay, once. No. So it's really a random generation. There you go. So I entered 5, happens to be the dice roll number was the same. So it gave the output. Congrats, you got it. Okay. Okay. So keep one point here from random import rand int. I only used one function from that module. From module name, import function name. And see, here I'm not using random.randint. When you're importing that function alone, then you can use that directly, okay, without the module dot function reference. You getting the output?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, very good. Now let's move on. Okay. Okay, you take care. Have a good weekend.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
have a
Bye-bye. Thank you. Thank you. Bye.